How's it going, guys? It's me, the Domotaku, here today to cover the next episode, episode 3 of ReZero, starting life at zero from in another world. Is that the title? ReZero! Let's go with the easy way out, right? So anyways, guys, this is the final... Well, I guess it is technically the final episode to the first arc, or the introduction to ReZero, and it was pretty cool. I gotta say, it was pretty cool. Episode 2... got me there with like that ending. I was not expecting to see. Finally, we learned her name in this show, Emilia. If we learned name's Emilia, pretty simple, but whatever. We finally learned that Emilia, showed up at the bar and wasn't the killer. And then they were arguing, and then it just happened so that the killer or whatever the frick her name was, the stomach slasher or something like that, something along those lines, was right there. And then they got into a huge ass fight. And basically, what was different about this fight is that, okay, we have Emilia here, we got Puck, the familiar, we got Old Man Rom, because I know that name because I play Hyperdimension, and we also got Felt, and we got these four, and Subaru technically, to go fight against this one crazy ass yandere girl who likes to freaking disembowel people in their stomachs. I was like, okay. So it was a pretty good. We got to see some action here. I saw there wasn't that much action. I would say from like the previous episodes, except from the fact you had like Subaru throwing a kick or a punch once in a while, right? But this one you got to see like freaking magic fighting, like freaking ice and crystals everywhere. Like, you gonna repay my store, Emilia? It's like, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like they freaking took so much to defeat her, and it's like, okay. They fought till dusk, till Puck had to leave, and okay, so no more familiar, it's just Emilia. And even just her, they got freaking outmatched in some sense. They couldn't do anything to her. They might have got lucky one time, but that was about it. That girl was freaking that strong, and then afterwards, just oh man, do I have to start again? Subaru was like, okay, do I have to die again and then fix this sort of thing? No, we don't have to, because who comes up, or no, Subaru saves Felt and gives her the opportunity to run away. Old Man Rom got freaking slashed by the neck, so he's incapacitated. Felt runs and tries to get help, right? And she does get help. She gets help from the one knight, the Kishi, who freaking answers the call for help at all times, Reinhardt. So he comes in and is like, I am here, justice. So he comes in, right? It's like, okay, we have some power. We have a powerhouse here. He's very famous as a knight, and he's supposed to be super strong. And then he's like, oh, I know you. You're that wanted girl, the freaking hash slinging, dash slinging slasher. I'm just kidding, references. So yeah, they're gonna fight. It's like, okay, sweet. We might have a chance here, because with Felt and Puck, it's like, okay, you had this amount of chance, but they couldn't do anything, and now we have Reinhardt. He's pretty good. So then, he wouldn't use his own sword. He just picked up a sword from the store, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go buff this weapon up and use it. And then they have a pretty good ass fight. He didn't even try to attack her. Just I don't want to hurt a lady, so he's just I'll just break your weapon so you can't fight anymore. It's like, okay, fine, Reinhardt, be that way, you fancy schmancy knight man. So then he eventually gets to the point where he's like, okay, I gotta end this now. He gets freaking some kind of freaking mana thing, and he channels all this mana into this skill, and then he does this huge ass explosion that destroys Old Man Rom's shop. And I was like, oh my goodness, was that really necessary to defeat one girl? Alright, what? She's gone. And they're like, oh, thank you. The sword freaking broke, it disintegrated. It's like, oh, I'm sorry for using all this energy. And he freaking disintegrated a sword and used a whole bunch of mana just to do that shit. I was like, alright, this guy's a badass, don't mess with him. So they're all like, okay, oh, we're all good now, right? You're like, yeah, we finally defeated this girl, but she was not freaking dead, of course. She was alive, and she tries to go for another attack on Emilia, but then Subaru predicts that, oh, you're trying to try and go for my stomach, what? And he uses Old Man Rom's giant ass club and blocks the attack. And I was like, dude, Subaru, you're a freaking badass. He's not the worst shut-in ever. I've seen worse. Not worse, but he's still a shut-in, but he can fight. All right. So yeah, they basically resolve the fight. The hash slinging slasher girl goes away. I forget her title name, the stomach cutter or something like that. She escapes because she apparently lived that freaking attack. She escapes for another day. Reinhardt, Emilia, and no, we all know her name at this point, but Subaru's like, oh, I saved you, girl, tell me your name. thing, right? And it's like, oh, my name's Emilia. It's like, oh, finally I get to learn her name. And then it just so happens to be that Subaru actually got a cut from the last attack, and then he's checking, it's like, oh shit, shiny freaking face, like, ah, oh, darn it, Subaru. So, I mean, Emilia was able to luckily heal Rom, Old Man Rom. It's gonna be weird saying Rom, because I play Hyper Dimension Neptunia, and, you know, he heals Old Man Rom and Subaru, so they're all good, and then Felt comes back and says, oh, you know, thank you for saving my family, Old Man Rom, and, you know, Subaru can help and stuff. Here's your insignia back, and then Reinhardt is like, where did you get that insignia? It's like, who are you? It's like, what the frick? It's like, no, are you serious? Like, well, I mean, technically it is the start for the next arc, but I mean, come on, we can have like a happy ending here sort of thing. And, you know, it's like, you need to come with me immediately, Felt. And it's like, what do you mean? Just because you saved me, and he knocks her out. Then, you know, it's like, okay, I gotta kidnap you, and like, you know, I'll talk to you immediately later. Take Subaru home with you, and we'll talk up later to go confirm the stuff. And, you know, I'm assuming next episode, Subaru's gonna like reveal his nature and the truth to Emilia. It's like, oh, you know, I knew you from previous lives, except I died, and then I was come here from another world for some reason. And then, you know, they're like Reinhardt and Emilia talking about like how some kind of tragedy is gonna happen, like they won't see the moon ever again. So there's a bigger plot unfolding once again in this anime, but I mean, that's to expect in this anime, because, you know, just one hash-slinging slasher girl ain't gonna cut it for the plot of this 24 or 12 episode anime. There's gotta be something to destroy the world, and basically it. That could also explain why Subaru was called to this world. You know, something's like gonna happen to like the world, and the fate of it rests on this one shut-in who can revive after death. Then by all means. I mean, that was just like the first arc, you know. He started from 0. I mean, before in the first episode 1A, 1B, and 2, it was like -1, no, -4, -3, -2, -1. And now he's at 0. He's like, you know, okay, I finally completed this first catastrophe. Now we gotta go level up and, like, you know, do some more stuff and prevent more tragedies. Most likely he's gonna be dying a lot in this anime, because he's gonna have to revive and do a whole bunch of shit. So anyways, yeah, that was the first arc, the intro arc, you know, for Emilia, for Felt, and then there's like 3 other girls in the opening that I saw from that. So, you know, he's gonna die a bunch of times. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like the video if you did, and like the video if you enjoyed this episode, because the series, I'm thinking, is having a really good impression on me this season, and I gotta say, like, I really like this anime. Subscribe, because next week I just might cover the next episode, episode 4, or you want to see me cover more episodes from this season, Spring 2016, just subscribe and you'll be notified once that happens, or drawing videos, game videos, etc. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions or comments or thoughts about this anime, the episode, theories, like why Subaru was called, or why he has that revive after death thing, what do you guys think about Emilia or Felt or whatever, you know, this episode was freaking awesome, the fights were awesome. Tell me in the comment section below, or tell me at my Twitter, at the Domotaku, because I like to hear your feedback on this spring anime season, because I gotta say, it's pretty cool. So anyways, guys, that's about it. I'll see you guys on the next video on the Domotaku anime channel. So take care, guys. Matane. And if I die, I'll be revived. You know, revival after death. It's all good, guys. I'm covered. I took a bullet shot right here. And this is where my heart is, okay? Yeah, I'm good.